Yo, what's up, boys? Today I'm going to answer a question that I got asked quite a few times on my live stream doing the 1.5 live stream. And that question is going to be, should you pull for Merlin or should you pull for Daisy? Now, I'll put some gameplay in the back, but this is going to be just a talking video. So if you want to just, close the window, put on something else in the background, then you're more than welcome to. But if you want my just upfront answer, it's going to be pull Daisy. And I'll get into more detail later. But yeah, if you're a free to play player, my honest recommendation for you is going to be pull for Daisy and we pray for Merlin, right? And the reason behind this is going to be from the showcase that we saw, Merlin is obviously going to be very strong. Not only is she going to be an extremely strong character, she also has three completely different elements. So this makes her very, very good for a lot of content in the game, right? She's going to be good for time sector 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, if I recall correctly. She's also going to be good for Spider Nest, but Spider Nest is going to be taken away. And she's also going to be good for Frozen Mines, but also Frozen Mines can be taken away. And she's going to be good for the Golem and Galland, right? Both as the Fire Burst character for that. Um, Obviously, she's going to be good for the new Tyrannus content. So that's all good, well, fine, and dandy. However, all of that is good, well, fine, and dandy, but it gets completely outweighed by the fact that Daisy is just better in everything, right? Daisy is just the best support in the game. So not only is she good for everything that I just named that Merlin is good for, she's also good for everything else, right? She's the best support in the game. You can slot her onto literally every single team in the game as of right now, and she will be the best, right? She is perfectly optimal and perfectly wanted on every single team, no matter who it is. You have Meliodas, you want Daisy. You have Escanor, you want Daisy. You have Merlin, you want Daisy, right? Every single character wants Daisy as their support because Daisy is just that good of a support character. This is not even including the extra plat you get every single day from just having Daisy and the plat costing 4 ores instead of 5 ores, right? That alone makes Daisy worth more for your account than Merlin because it's a total of like I think someone said like it's 50 plat extra plat over the course of a whole month on average, right? So let's just take it at that 50 plat per month. That is ginormous, right? That is huge progression for your account. And obviously, the more time that you have Daisy on your account, the more and more and more value you get from having Daisy on your account. This is not even using her, this is just her passive, right? Now, if we go to actually using her, once again, she is the best support in the game. If you look at every single leaderboard ranking, every single team has Daisy. If you look at any single optimal team for literally every single boss, if the person has Daisy, Daisy's on the team, right? So Merlin versus Daisy is actually a pretty good comparison, and Merlin is actually probably the only character who would actually have a fair fight against Daisy simply because of how versatile Merlin is, right? If Merlin was, for instance, Bon, right? Bon is only physical, which means he would only be good unless he's insanely broken on whatever content releases for him, right? Whatever specific dungeon releases for him, whatever specific raid releases for him, whatever releases for him that's weak to physical, that's what he's going to be good at. However, because Merlin is three different elements, she's not only good for the content that she has been released for, she's also good at everything else that was already previously been released. However, this just gets completely outweighed by the fact that she can't do everything, right? Not everything is weak to lightning, ice, or fire, right? There are bosses that are weak to earth, there are bosses that are weak to wind, there are bosses that are weak to holy, there are bosses that are weak to darkness, right? And odds are at some point in time in the future, and even now, we're going to have bosses where you can't use Merlin even though she has three different elements. Whereas until a better support comes out, we are always going to want to use Daisy. It's not a matter of oh well, maybe Daisy won't be no. Until somebody replaces Daisy, we're always going to want Daisy. And even then, if another new support character comes out that starts rivaling Daisy on how good she is, all we're going to do is replace Manny, right? Manny is going to be the one that's going to get replaced, not Daisy. Daisy's too good. Daisy is just that good that if another support comes out, that's like if they try to release a Daisy replacement, we're just going to run Daisy and the Daisy replacement at the same time. Like that, that's how good Daisy is, right? So, a little bit of a short video, but just wanted to put my thoughts out there. I wanted to answer this question for a lot of people because, as I said, a lot of people ask me this question, and I wanted to put it out there so that you guys can find it on your own. But obviously, at the end of the day, guys, you don't have to listen to me. If you want Merlin that badly, you go ahead and you get Merlin, right? I understand not everybody wants to pull the OC character. I understand it's a gut punch having like listening to me tell you that like yes, Daisy is better than Merlin for your account. I understand that. It's a free country, guys. You guys can do whatever you want. You're more than welcome to, pull Merlin if that's what you or your heart desires. But that's just my opinion. And obviously I could also be wrong, but I don't think I am. That's just me. But, you guys do whatever you want. You can do whatever this information that you please. You guys have a good rest of your day.